Collective, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. All right. I'm picking up the energy of someone in the collective who is considering using a surrogate to have a child. Okay. Someone is wanting to use a surrogate or looking at the option. You and your partner possibly are looking at the option of utilizing a surrogate. Okay. I'm also kind of picking up that maybe you have trigger warning, maybe you have had a few miscarriages or more miscarriages than possibly your doctor um, is telling you that it would be safe for you to try again to carry a child on your own, or someone has reached a certain age. Okay. Maybe you have been trying to get pregnant and you have not been able to, but for whatever reason, you're considering using a surrogate. Okay. Now, I do have 4 cards that have already come out. Well, I'll show you what they are, and then we'll walk through it and get some more clarification. So the first card that came out was Mayat, giving and receiving. Giving and receiving. We have worthiness. We have influence. Okay. And then we have sacred space. I don't know if you're having a hard time finding someone who doesn't drink, doesn't smoke, doesn't, indulge in things like that. I'm not sure really how the process goes, but there's going to be some balance that is going to be brought to this. I feel like you're going to find someone that is worthy to carry this child for you. Okay. But we're going to get some more clarification to see exactly what spirit is saying here. Clarify Mayat spirit. Mayat. Teamwork. Teamwork. I feel like you are going to find a surrogate that you could definitely work with. Direction. Your spirit team is also guiding you towards the perfect person. Okay. The right person to carry your child for you. You're being directed. Wow. Luck. Luck. So you're going to have, I don't know where you are in the process. I see preparation turning up here. I don't know where you are in the process. Okay. Past, present, or future energy, take it how it reverberates, if it reverberates for you. But you either being directed to the perfect surrogate or you've already been. Now, if you're already looking at someone and you're feeling very hopeful, or you're asking your spirit team if this is the right person, it could be that this is the right person for you. Okay. To carry your child for you. Clarify worthiness. Battle. Tell me more. If you are fighting with, you know, if you're fighting with the emotions of shame or guilt because you have a hard time getting pregnant yourself, okay? You've either had a hard time getting pregnant or you've had a hard time carrying a child to full term. If you are feeling like there's a battle or you're battling with your worthiness, exposed, yeah, somebody's battling with feeling worthy. Like you may be questioning, what's wrong? Why couldn't you carry a child, or why couldn't you conceive? This child that you're going to conceive through a surrogate is going to bring you a lot of joy. Okay. A lot of joy. It may be that it has been divinely orchestrated for one reason or another for this child to come through surrogacy. right? When things like this happen, you know, we don't always know why we experience some of the things we experience in our lifetimes, right? We kind of have to trust the creator. We have to trust our spirit team. We have to trust soul and spirit that things are not, you're not being punished is what I'm hearing. You're not being punished for something. But this child is going to bring you a lot of joy. Okay? So don't let fear dominate you. Don't let fear of using a surrogate dominate you. Don't let guilt or shame, okay, dominate you. Whatever it is you're desiring, and right now I'm picking up someone's desiring, you're still desiring to have a child, all right? Another child, or you're desiring to have your first child. But you are, there's something about, okay, and this is a touchy subject, but I have to say what I'm hearing. There is something about the child coming through a surrogate that is supposed to happen in order to break some sort of an etheric cord. This child is bringing into your family, okay, to your family, this good juju, this good energy is going to be released to your family. So, to your bloodline, to your lineage. Because I have etheric cords here. I have rage and etheric cords, good juju and liberation. Okay. So there is a spiritual reason as to why the child is like your child is being brought into the earth by you through a surrogate. There's a spiritual reason. So do not be afraid. Okay. Do not let fear dominate you. But this is what your desiring spirit is saying. Go after it. You are worthy. This is not a question of your worthiness. So don't battle with that. There's a balance that's being restored. And I can't really, I can't really, you know, in my mind, in my logic and reason, really explain that. I just feel like there's a spiritual reason. Balance is being restored, some sort of balance, balance to you, balance to your bloodline, balance to your lineage through the use of a surrogate. So this has kind of been divinely orchestrated. Now you may have gone through miscarriages, you may have gone through not being able to conceive. But all of that was purposed. It was divinely purposed. This is why Spirit is saying don't battle with worthiness. Don't battle with guilt. Don't battle with shame. And don't battle with fear of bringing your child through surrogacy into the earth. Okay. There's something spiritual behind that reason. Clarify influence. Anomaly. See, I can't make this up. I don't know what this is. Okay. And I don't know who's going to reverberate with this, but there is something unique about this situation that it needed to be this way. Okay. It needed to be this way. Tell us more, Spirit. Soul forgiveness. Clarify. Something at the soul level. Displacement. Tell me more. Radical. Okay. I can't. Wow. Pause. Hold on. Hold up. Wow. Wow. Okay. Someone who is thinking about using a surrogate. You miscarried. I'm going to try to say this and not get emotional because this be the part about the way the divine works that just like, okay, you miscarried. There is something going on with your womb where you're having a hard time carrying a child to full term. There is a child that you miscarried. There is a soul that you miscarried that is determined to come to you, to you. Okay? You already miscarried this child. The soul of this child is determined to be your child. I don't know why. That's above my pay grade. Okay? This child, this soul, was displaced through the miscarriage, but this child is determined. Radical rebirth. This child that this surrogate is going to carry for you is one of your previous children that you miscarried. I'm gonna take a break. I'll just hold on. I want you to let that sink in. Because I, as a reader and as a woman who has children and have miscarried, I just want to let that sink in because I've had miscarriages. And I don't care how long ago it was, you never quite get over it. So I want you to understand something. Who this message reverberates for. You may be feeling unworthy. You may be afraid. You may be feeling guilt. You may be feeling shame. But there is nothing for you to be ashamed of. This child is coming back to you. This is why it is important for you not to fear, but to go through with finding the surrogate. Balance is going to be restored, and your spirit team is working to bring this child back towards you, back to you. It is your spirit team, it is the divine that is directing you to find a surrogate. And you're going to find the perfect surrogate. To carry this soul for you, okay? Will spirit, you're going to find the perfect surrogate, all right? This soul is ready to come back to you. This child is ready to come back to you. So don't be afraid to find the surrogate. Clarify sacred space. You got to let me know when you're finna have me all emotional and stuff. Routine. You think about this day and night, night and day. Maybe you tried to conceive again routinely. Now, if you did not miscarry and you have been trying to conceive and you were not able to, this surrogate is bringing in a soul that is connected to you, that is only willing to incarnate if you are its mother. If you are the one raising it, if you are the one rearing it, it is connected to you. So even if you've never miscarried, it is still the same spiritual foundation here that I'm picking up. Play. Hmm. Tell me more. What is this play? It's giving me the same energy as that joy card. Secrets revealed. Something's at play. Something's at play. Spiritually, secretly, mysteriously, esoterically, something's at play here with you and this soul. We have warning. And I saw that when I was shuffling before I hit record. What is the warning? Manifestation. The warning is, don't abandon the idea of using a surrogate. Don't let fear win. Don't let guilt or shame win. This needs to manifest. Your spirit team, with this teamwork as well, they need you to do this. Okay. Now, that's not to put pressure on you. That is to confirm that you're being directed the right way through the use of the surrogate. I have nature, abundance, growth. All right, let's get some more spirit. This one. Before tarot. We have the Justice card and the Death card. This surrogacy is going to bring justice and balance. Empress and the Justice. I can't make it up. I got to show it to you. I can't keep shuffling because that just makes too much sense. The Empress and the Justice card. Okay. I'm taking those out. The Death and the Justice card. There's balance that is going to be restored from a previous miscarriage for someone. Okay. Tell us more. The Four of Cups. Okay. You may be sulking, or you may have over the years kind of overindulged in it could be grief, or you could have been overindulging in something, okay, at the time that you miscarried, that could have affected you being able to carry the child full term. This is also pity party energy. Spirit wants you to know that this is going to bring balance, so the pity party is not really needed. It's no longer needed for you. The surrogacy that you are desiring to go towards, you're being spiritually led. You're being spiritually led. Tell me more. Someone, you have been in a lot of grief. Maybe to the point that you have been self-medicating, possibly with alcohol. I'm seeing wine, like someone drinks a lot of wine, like they overindulge. I'm not really picking up that you a sloppy drunk, like you out in the streets just drinking and just, all loud and ratchet. I'm just picking up that someone maybe drinks to kind of self-medicate because you either you had miscarriages, or you haven't been able to conceive. And so you've been kind of grieving that. I have the Death card here as well. I don't know how long ago the miscarriage was. For someone, it may have been recent, like in the last 2 years. And you've been considering maybe trying a surrogacy. High Priestess. Tell me more. Trust your intuition. You're being spiritually guided to do so. The Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. This soul has to come to you. It may not come through you, but it has to come to you. Tell me more. The Emperor. Let's clarify the Empress, please. The Fool. You've been kind of going around in circles with the idea of it. You're taking your time. King of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles. There's been some, I don't know if there's an issue of the finances. That the finances are going to be provided, okay? If that is an issue, even if it's not, okay? Two of Cups. You also may be a single woman. You may not actually be in a partnership, and that may also be something you're concerned about. Because I have the Two of Cups here. This could also be that this surrogate could be this masculine coming towards her, okay? Not man, okay? Because a man can't carry no baby. But like someone's coming towards you that will help, that you will be allowed or be able to accomplish this surrogacy through this person. Clarify the Justice, the Star, the Eight of Cups. Okay, so there is justice and balance that is being restored to you. So continue to listen to spirit, listen to your spirit. Because your spirit team and the divine is going to give you the confidence. Okay, it's going to help you with the feeling of guilt, shame, or fear. So the pause, when there's you've been thinking about it, but you're pausing or you're resting on the idea. Okay, continue to rest on the idea, continue to mull it over, continue to let your spirit team guide you, because there's this confidence that's going to come that is going to help you understand why it is you need to do this with this Six of Cups. This child is waiting. Okay. So there's again, no pressure, no rush, but it's just this soul wants to come through to you. Like it chose you with this Star card. It chose you then, it's choosing you now. I can't make it up. The Ace of Cups. Clarify the Four of Cups. So this soul that someone either miscarried or has yet to come to you is like it loves you and it's chosen to come through you. This is why the surrogacy is important. Clarify the Four of Cups. The Moon. Give me one more. High Priestess. This may be a male child. Okay. I don't know why I'm picking that up, but I did. So, Two of Swords. I feel like you may not have even spoken about this with anyone, whether you're partnered or not. You know, you haven't spoken to anyone, but you've just been kind of thinking about it. You've been feeling it kind of spiritually. Um, Queen of Wands. Know that this decision, when you bring it to the forefront of your consciousness, Spirit is saying to trust what you are picking up spiritually, intuitively, subconsciously. With the Two of Swords, allow yourself to bring it to fruition consciously, like bring it from the back of your mind to the forefront and really think about it, because it's a part of your divine path. It's a part of your destiny. Okay. Because I'm looking at this sunflower that is springing from her foot, the foot representing the path, the sun, the hermit. This could be a little boy. There is a little boy. I don't know if you miscarried a little boy, but if in the physical body has nothing to do with the soul that is going to be assigned to the body, but you could give birth, or you could give birth to a little boy through surrogacy. Okay. The hermit, what you've been thinking about privately, secretly, bring it to the forefront of your mind and really think about it. Okay. Talk to someone about it. Call, begin to make the steps. This soul wants to come to you, and it needs to be reincarnated, but it will only come to you. It doesn't want to be reared or raised by anybody. It's assigned to you. Clarify the Queen of Pentacles, the world. I can't make this up. It is assigned to come to you. To you. To you. Okay? Clarify. It's not going to, this soul is not willing to manifest. This child is not willing to manifest. And I say soul because the child you miscarried, the physical body is no longer, but the soul assigned to that body is still very much, you know. And this soul wants to come through you. It needs to come through you. It needs to be your child. Even if you have to use a surrogacy, it needs to come through you. It needs to come to you. It does not want to come into the world, and cannot, is what I just heard. It cannot. It's a soul that cannot come through anyone else or to anyone else, because it's a part of your bloodline and your legacy. This child is a part of your foundation. This child may actually be an ancestor that you are to give birth to, surrogacy or not. Okay. Mhm. Mm. This is a beautiful read. Clarify the Emperor. There's also something in your legacy and in your bloodline and in your generational lineage that is going to be healed by way of this child. This is a masculine child, a male child. Clarify the Emperor. I feel like this is the child. I feel like this Emperor is the child. We have the 5 of Cups. This is a leader, okay? This soul, this masculine son that someone is going to give birth to through surrogacy is a leader, a world leader. This is the cup that spilled over. Three of Cups. Clarify. Nine of Pentacles. Yeah. The spirit that is connected to the soul of this child has something it needs to share. It has something it needs to do. Can't make it up. Page of Cups. Knight of Wands. Two of Wands. The spirit that is going to rest on this child. Like, so the soul needs to be incarnated in the physical form. The spirit that is going to rest on this child, it kind of all works together. But it needs to come through your bloodline. It needs to come through you and to you. Not necessarily physically through you because you'll be using a surrogate, but still through you because it'll be your egg, and so on and so forth. There is a spiritual mission that this soul has, but it has to come through you. Now, I may not tap into why that is, but that's the gist. That's the gist of it. What is this? The Tower. I'm going to get some starseed. I want to know more about the origin of this child. Justice, Earth Angel flipped over. One with a divine assignment to bring truth, fairness, and accountability into the world. They challenge imbalance, speaking up for the voiceless, and shine light on hidden or suppressed wrongs. They carry a deep inner compass and are guided by moral clarity, even when it's uncomfortable, unpopular, or at the cost of themselves. That's why the Justice card in Maya is here. You may be from, I'm gonna say it, and I'm gonna just let it be what it is. But you may be from the royal bloodline of Mayat, which is why it's important for this child to come through you. Give me more. What is the origin of this baby? Which one? Okay. I want you to look at, wow, there's another one behind here. Can't make this up, y'all. Sometimes I be reading and my own gifts be scaring me sometimes, but not like scared, like, "Ah," but like, wow. You know what I mean? Like incarnated angel. Okay. A celestial being who has chosen to take human form, not primarily to serve through earthly compassion, but to carry out divine will, restore sacred order, or anchor a specific frequency on the planet. And if this message reverberates with you and you have been considering privately or otherwise using a surrogate, do it. Okay. And this is a very specific message, okay? But if it really hits in your heart of hearts and you can feel that this message is for you, it is important that this child come into this world. So you may not have been able to have or hold in your womb this child, but it still needs to come, and it will only come by way of you, bloodline wise. Okay. So using a surrogate womb, if that is what is needed, then don't fear it. Don't be ashamed. Don't feel guilt, but do it. Okay. These angels are not here to blend into the collective or tend gently to human suffering. They are here on divine assignment. The second card was Threshold Earth Angel. Appears during birth, death, or major life transitions. Guide souls across significant thresholds with grace and quiet. Okay. The surrogate, this is the surrogate. Okay. The surrogate that you're going to be directed to is the threshold earth angel. Okay. It says guide souls across significant thresholds with grace and quiet strength, holding the space between endings and beginnings. What else? So there is an earth angel that you're going to be guided to carry this child for you. This child is on divine mission. Bloodline wise, it still needs to come through to you and through you, by way of your egg, okay? Your genetics, your DNA. Anything else? Let me get you some affirmation here. Guidance. Guidance. In times of uncertainty, I ask God to guide me to the light in my being. I am directed to doors that will open inner freedom to me and step forward in trust. I release my faith to God, and my faith is rewarded. Elevation. I free myself from fear and trust the universe. I direct my thoughts to the beauty inside of me. I use my spiritual strengths and knowledge to create light, and I rise above. There's a shift that needs to take place in your perspective, okay? In your perspective, um, and the way you feel and the way you think about your previous losses as far as miscarriages for someone or your inability to conceive. Allow the divine to heal you there in your heart, okay? And as you are healing, begin to take the necessary actions to find a surrogate, okay? If this message reverberates with you, you know, um, you'll know. You'll know. Even if I don't know who you are, you'll know. I trust that the mother is going to bring this message to the right person. Serenity. Through love, release, and inner work, I know peace. I have a gentle view of life and welcome every step with confidence. I remain brave in the face of fear and have the wisdom to let the universe do its work. This whole process is in divine order to something greater than you, and process through the loss, process through maybe feeling unfulfilled by not carrying your own child, not being able to conceive. Process through that, because the child that is coming through your bloodline, there is a greater purpose behind the way, the why it is happening this way. And the divine needs you to collaborate. Okay? The divine needs you to collaborate. This child is going to bring you a lot of joy. Okay? And a lot of abundance is what I'm hearing. I'm going to get one more. The divine fruit. As I work to improve and free myself, I strengthen my foundations. That's what I'm, because see, the reason why I was saying work to heal and let go of grief, let go of guilt, shame, or fear, to really heal that, to see the bigger picture, is because your healing is going to actually bring light, a certain frequency to your egg. Okay. And so before that egg is placed inside of your surrogate, there needs to have been a light shift, a frequency shift in you. Okay. So this is what I was feeling, right? Why it is important for you to embrace the fuller picture. Okay. I strengthen my foundations. My intellect is my light. My heart is warmth and my soul is strength. I am nurtured by the divine sun. The fruit I bear reflects my inner light. I can't make that up. That's beautiful read. And that is for whoever it is for. I hope that it has brought you some confirmation and or clarity and comfort. Please don't hesitate to jump in the comments and let me know how it reverberates for you. Like, subscribe if you have not. Share, hype it up. And I'll see you guys on the next one. If anyone needs a personal reading, the information is in the description, okay? Peace, family.